All right. Now, here we go.
Oh no,
Here we go.
I can't hear.
Oh, you can't
no.
hear?
I
Can you
hear.
hear?
I can't hear.
You hear
Oh,
nothing?
no.
Earbuds off.
You're doing this
No.
again?
I'm
No.
coming.
Well, anyway, hey everyone.
I
Oh,
hear you.
Cindy's gonna come back.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, welcome to the Cletus and Bocephus show.
I told him about his elephant.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your elephant looks like.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
I like that
We love
elephant.
elephants around here.
Did
Me
Brady say that's his
too.
favorite elephant? My brother has an elephant shirt on.
All right, let me just check out something real quick. Anyway, I'm a redacted Bea Lucile. My
Do
favorite
what?
twins ever in life. I want you to meet my sister Wendy. You've seen
Hi.
Cindy. She'll be back in a minute. And you guys go ahead and say hi to her real quick. Let me just check something out.
I'm here.
Technical difficulties tend to happen. Man.
Where are y'all from?
All right, let me see here.
South Carolina.
Oh,
My
cool.
YouTube is actually.
Yeah, firmly in Redneckia. And Gary,
There's
just so you
people
know,
here, so thank you for all
Louis.
who have shown up.
Gary, we're talking.
I usually keep my YouTube open with
He's
that
over there yip yapping.
and comment.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
We're talking.
I'm gonna shut this down because maybe that's.
I can't even be serious
Let
now.
me
That's
shut
hilarious.
this down.
We're gonna all four gang
Man,
up
I
on
can't
them.
hear
That's
you.
why he said "wish me luck" when he said
Here we go
twin
again.
sandwich. Because he knows when you get two sets of twins together.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't even know what y'all are laughing at.
Yeah.
No one can hear me.
He's here, but I can't hear you guys. What's going on with
What
this?
the fuck?
I have to tell you, I was in the background. I could see and hear everything.
Okay,
that was
so
going on.
you
I
guys
was
can
dying.
hear each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear each other.
All right, I'm gonna jump back in and see if that works.
Maybe the fourth person to come in always gets bumped out.
Yeah.
So what if he comes back and it bumps out one of our sounds?
Oh, we'll just have our own show. We're just gonna have our own show.
Twin
What about
time,
you, Gary?
Twin time.
Good time.
Twinsies.
Yeah, Gary. Like,
Alright.
he's like, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
So we like
Talk
try to,
amongst
and he's
yourselves.
he's like, Gary, we're talking.
Jibber jabbing over there. Like, what are you doing, boy? We're talking.
We're having a conversation over here.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's
Okay.
coming back.
Now I can hear you guys.
Oh,
All
look
right.
at that.
Maybe that fixed it. Let's hope that fixed it.
The echo too, it seems. Like the echo that was happening after your voice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not there anymore?
No.
Not yet.
Good deal. All right.
Oh,
Don't say good deal twice because now we
You
get the
jinxed
echo.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I almost Ghosty. That's why y'all should have did this at Beast Place.
no,
Pizza
he
place.
might have a point. I can't even argue. He might have a
Why
point.
don't you bring in your weird shit to my place though?
This is true.
So man,
This is true.
we
It
got
could be that they follow her. It might not be the house.
Do you think
Probably her.
if we like bump chest right now, we could transfer it? Woo!
Because back when I used to live here, there was none of this bullshit. This is
Ooh.
The old man was here even when you were here.
I don't know nothing about no old man.
Right.
Right.
Cindy, I think the short hair girl is me and the long hair girl is you.
Gary says the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say the opposite, but Cindy said what Wendy said.
Yeah. I think that
But no, I think it flip flops though. There are times where
Oh, yeah.
like
Exactly.
it always happens that way. We're never the same at the same time. One's
Yeah.
always
Exactly.
the opposite.
that's too much. That's too
That's
much.
too much. Too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same,
Well,
yeah.
I do these similarities in both of y'all at different times, so
Yeah.
it's really cool, man. Dealing with women. I don't even know if I can make this.
I'm sorry, the level of struggle bus right now, I'm living, Gary. I'm living. It's just funny.
100%.
All right, so real quick, I just want to say hi to everyone because sorry about the tech difficulty earlier. Maybe this twin energy was just way too much. Everything just started getting jumbled up, but and Margot, Sarah, oh, sorry, okay, Jorge, hello, Jorge, man, Margot, What's this? What in the world you write with Hen? Oh, okay. Did you change your name, Hen? Yeah, what's up?
So Gary, you
hello.
don't see these people you're talking to.
I know you can't. There might be a way where you can hit the button that says chats, so you can see people that are chatting or comments.
Yeah.
Chats. Yeah. If you hit the comment button, yeah, you'll be able to see everybody that's here in the comments.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know if you can post a comment or not.
Look at that.
But yeah, everybody's here. I want to say hi. Keith's here.
Hi, Ann. Holiday.
Justice Jap is here.
Okay.
Hi, Jap. All right. Well, hey, and Holiday, thank you so much for everybody that has shown up. This is going to be just kind of like a chill session. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and then we may turn to the car in a little while. Hopefully, the twins up to top here will bless us with a little bit of a beauty. But yeah, I'm just going to start talking about all kinds of stuff. But I just want to let you guys know my sister. These are my other sisters. They basically raised me.
Oh.
So this is why I have so much love and respect women. Personally. But
we don't play. We don't play.
They don't play. Hey, trust me.
That's right.
But so the way it started for me, Andy and Wendy, was I was following this Johnny Amber Heard thing, and I saw a video that Bea did a read on something about the trial, but it was like what a few months before anything ever came out, and spot on. So I started following her, and the more and more I followed, like wow, her reading was spot on. But I like to troll her channel, and oh man, I'm losing the audio. What's going on with y'all?
We're hearing it.
I'm just gonna keep talking. So
Yeah,
we'll figure it. I may have to
Sounds
jump
like
back in again. But every time I bring Alma up, that's when the audio goes out.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, yeah, Alma came in because I like to troll lives sometimes. Over hard times, she actually put me in timeout. But Alma started her church going and everything. And basically that's where it came from, meeting these two wonderful twins over here. And
Gary,
and a nice community and a great relationship with every two out.
Gary.
So, I'm gonna jump out again. You can talk to each other. Let me try this again.
Gary. Okay. Listen up, girls. Listen up.
Oh, Cindy, I can hear.
Gary.
I can't hear you or anyone now. I got to jump out and back in.
You go for a second. Yeah. Go for a second. Tomorrow, girls. Tomorrow.
Now you froze. Great.
Oh, bye, Gary.
Gary.
Tomorrow.
Get off for a second.
Get off for a minute.
We could text him, but he probably won't.
Okay. Come back, Gary. Get off me. All right. I'm your lips. I'm trying. I'll be back.
Okay. Tomorrow is his birthday. I am going to invest in some audio equipment for his birthday. Because no, we can't have that. That was awful.
Poor thing.
Bless his heart. The
whole chat, the southern bless you.
Bless his heart.
Bless your heart, boy. He is pitiful, and we all know. We all saw it. We're not gonna act like you gotta be embarrassed, but everybody saw. Like it's so funny. But yeah, everybody in the chat, they're all like, "They said take your headphones out." Maybe that was a suggestion. I don't know if that's possible.
All right. Can you hear me? Because now I finally. What kind of shenanigans y'all pulling behind the back? What's going on?
Shenanigans.
All right. So anyway, that's my story. I met Alma and Bea. So I know Cindy watched one of Alma's videos, and you pretty much invested as soon as you started. At first, you were like, "What the hell's girl going on about? So crazy." But then the more you watched it, you were like, "Oh my God, I love this girl." And then, so tell me about that. Here we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh no, let me take you off speaker. I'm having technical difficulties. Oh my god.
Oh,
It
dear.
runs in the family.
This is like the story from
Oh my
hell.
lord. Do you hear that? Ooh.
I'm proud.
Wait.
I'm gonna check what I said.
Let me
Gary,
take off-
everybody need to take their headphones out.
My
Yeah.
headphones?
Try your
The
headphones off.
commenters are saying that.
Yes.
The sound isn't good. Oh shoot! You know what?
You just had a eureka.
You have two things on, I bet. Two audio things.
Should have had a V8 moment.
Uh-huh. They're saying headphones or two mics or something.
Yeah, no, my speakers were on. I'm stupid.
Oh,
Sorry.
good.
That was it.
Well, let's hope that fixes it because whatever.
I don't know.
Man, that was it.
Preaching y'all about having speakers. I had my daggone speakers on. Oh Lord!
It's still doing a
Your
delay.
daggone speakers.
All right, I'm gonna go in.
Come back.
Hey, gone.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing so much I have phlegm.
Oh my god.
How's this?
So far, so good.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still
All right.
Oh, we lost Cindy.
Well, maybe I should just. I think she turned the camera on.
Oh, so I think
She's
she's looking
still
at the
there.
comment. Hey, I'm not trying to be vain, I swear, but I'm looking at myself and I'm about to throw up. My eyebrows look like they're 10 times darker than my hair. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get off this damn thing. That
No,
is.
you look great. I look translucent over
I'm
here.
like,
I'm
what
white as
the
fuck.
heck?
I look great.
You
I
look
thought I did my
translucent.
eyebrows fine, but they are way too dark. Good lord.
No, they look great.
Oh no, I look like Bert and Ernie right now. All of a sudden, I
No,
feel like,
Oh my
This is
god.
I'm like, what just happened? I'm so distracted. This is so gross.
Oh,
I'm just gonna look
please.
at the twins up top. Y'all are beautiful.
No, please.
We got a ring light here.
yeah, we got a ring light making me look translucent. I'm as white as my
No.
shirt.
Girl, it's called porcelain. They make dolls like that, so you're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
yeah, well, the creepy kind in the haunted house.
No.
Like this house is haunted over here. She's got me up there.
Nice. Let's do some EVPs later.
Ah, Gary was telling us about the EVPs.
It was awesome.
Yes, I got one on my phone.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is gonna be me
Cool.
throughout the rest of the
Oh, Gary, what the heck?
Yeah, no, this is
Shame on your house, Gary.
yeah. It's just gonna be the ladies now.
You look like a boom. The microphone. He's our own personal boom.
I can't win. Oh, I can't win.
No.
Anyway, go ahead.
My phone. How do
Jesus, I love it again.
Look, these people in the chat are like, "Can you just let's go with the story already?" Jeez.
Yeah, see, we didn't even have like a huge plan. What Gary was talking to me about before we got on here was one just like, twin meet and greet when we knew it was going to be a collective roast on Gary's ass because who would, forego that opportunity. But also the Johnny Depp stuff, because I know he and a lot of the people that are in the chat are really involved with that. Johnny Depp just came up for like an appeal to his police, and he was denied his appeal. And so he had asked if we wanted to sling some cards on those types of situations. So I know that was at least part of a potential plan.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, look at the
I know I'm gonna
comments
check
here.
out some of these comments.
Trish says, "Happy birthday to Gary."
Yes.
Yes.
His birthday and my daughter have the same birthday.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome.
My daughter's gonna be 6.
Yeah.
Aw, I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old.
No. Yes, he
Yeah, I
tells us
started
about
way late in
them.
life. Late.
Yeah, he tells us about all the fam.
Oh God, did he?
Yes, but good things. Good things, of course.
Oh, that was good. Thanks. Now I can hear you again. I don't even need to be in this stream. Maybe I should just let y'all chat and just take it over. But you guys are getting some great, compliments and stuff like that. And I'm not putting. I'm sorry if I'm not going to the chat. I'm just having technical difficulties here.
Mhm.
But let me see if I can go back. And, okay, here you go, Wendy. There's one for you.
The people in the chat are so sweet. Oh my
And
god!
then that's another one. Oh, so you can comment in there, and
I see it when I go
Okay.
to chat. I can read it. And I'm like, oh my god, these people are so sweet. Wow, you got good followers.
Oh, the community here is amazing. Everybody here.
Amazing.
So,
Mhm.
Wow.
oh, here we go. I was gonna say this earlier, but there's somebody already commented on it. Oh shoot. There we go.
Natasha.
Am I late on this one? I don't know.
Mhm. No, I was saying about how Ivory Ray and you have the same birthday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tomorrow. That's why she's such a little kid, and she's gonna have a bunch of technical difficulties growing up. So just be patient with her.
Now, Gary, when you were asking about like Johnny Depp questions with tarot stuff, and I'm not saying we have to do the swinging cards right now either, but because of the technical difficulties, it might be easier if we did. But what kinds of questions were you thinking?
Okay.
I'm
Cindy.
in the show.
Yes.
Oh my god, I made it. I don't hear echo.
Okay. No, we're just
we've
go
hit
ahead.
17 minutes and haven't said one thing of substance.
Yes,
Exactly.
My brother and then these others.
But yeah.
Soccer life. Who's that?
Cindy's a busy bee, man. Soccer life. There's gonna be a bunch of people trying to talk to her at the same time.
Yes, I have ADD. If you haven't noticed.
Another thing that runs in the family.
Another thing that runs in the family. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to your viewers that we have to expose them to this.
Trust me. I'm pretty everybody's enjoying this craziness right about now.
Well,
but
I wanna talk about this thing over there.
Okay, well, here we go. We'll get back to the question now.
Is it what?
Go ahead.
Yeah, what do you want, Cindy? What?
I just gotta tell you, I have like I said, I have ADD, so it takes something to get my attention. Like in order to sit through however long that video was, 30, 40 minutes. I literally sat through all of it because I was invested in this story. I had to know what happened. I had to know what was the outcome, what was going on, and you had me from the get. Like, I don't know, I think your English teachers must love you because the way you formulate your sentences and the way you put your words together, I was like, I just gotta hear more. What's she trying to say? What she said? Wait, what did she just say? Okay, I like that. I'm gonna have to use that. It was good. It was good stuff. You're a good illustrator of words. Like you paint the picture very well.
It was a very high compliment. Very high compliment. Because usually I just pop off at the mouth and I'm just like, blah, blah, and I don't even know what I said.
Do you notice, Gary, that they do what we do? Me and Wendy, we talk with our hands. Yeah. It's like we might as well do sign language. Yeah, talking with our hands.
Yeah. With our hands and talking over each other.
Oh God. At the same time. Yeah. It's like she'll be talking and I'll be talking and it's like two different dialogues, but they're happening like concurrently, like at the same time, and we still know what each other's saying. So it's like two conversations, but half the time.
And other people are like, hold on. Y'all pause, you talk, and you talk because they can't do it. They're like, you're doing the twin speak again. And I'm like, well, we're getting a lot done faster. Y'all are just slow. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Get on our level, please. Do y'all ever do this when one twin is out of the room and you're talking, and then the other twin comes in and says exactly the same things that you just said? Yeah. People are like, "What just happened?" They're like, "Did we just hit the rewind
she usually
button?"
cheats on me for that though, because she'll be like, "I just said it," and I'll be like, "I'm not listening." I'm like, "Well, shit, I was absent."
That's funny.
Yeah, but true.
Oh my God.
This is such a dumb story, but we have a puke incident.
What?
There was a puke story that happened like a month ago.
What? Oh yeah. Okay.
There's a puke story. Nobody cares because everybody, like most people are like, I don't want to talk about vomitus, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. But yeah, we had, like they talk all the time about like twins having, getting sick at the same time or feeling each other's pain and all that kind of stuff. Like that telepathic stuff, which I'm quite sure that y'all know exactly that y'all have too. But a lot of the time we'll be like, yeah, it happens, but it's not that weird or not that different. And we kind of like play it down. And then like last month, I'm like, well, no, actually, this had nothing to do with any alcohol. It was like some sudden onset illness. I didn't even know what it was. Anyway, but like I ended up getting sick and it was like 1 a.m. I had laid down and tried to go to bed and I ended up getting up and having to go puke. In the middle of the night, I had no clue why. And then the next day, I was talking to her, and she was like, "I'm sorry, I
You're sweet.
got sick in the night, and I couldn't help it." I was like, "Around what time?" It was like 15 minutes after I puked, she was puking.
Yep.
And neither one of us did anything to do that. Like we didn't have bad food, we didn't get drunk. There was nothing like
And
that.
we're in different houses, and so
It's not like a stomach bug or anything like that. It's just the weirdest thing.
No, for me, it's because I ate way too many pancakes.
You ate too many pancakes.
Yeah.
You just did.
It's like
How many minutes apart are you guys?
one.
That's it?
Yeah, because we're C-section. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
We were C-section and went thoroughly.
Wow.
So
We had some problems.
20 minutes.
Wow.
We had some problems.
Wow.
Yeah, she came out first. And then I literally came out feet first. Like I was like, I need my time in the womb, okay? So I came out
You pushed her out.
Get out.
Like no,
She did. She kicked me out.
Yeah.
She literally kicked me out. I'm like, fine. I'm gonna conquer this world without you then.
Oh my goodness.
It's where the doctor says we're what they call mirror image twins. It's weird that you know, I'm sure you've been told, but like if you put us face to face, we have certain things that like I have a little beauty mark or whatever on this side of my neck, and she has one on the other side, the opposite, same exact way, and different things like that. Like she'll kick with her left foot, and I'll kick with my right foot. And she writes with her right hand, and I was supposed to be left-handed, but my grandma, who's very superstitious, wrapped my left hand and said, "You ain't right, and you're gonna write right like your sister."
Oh my God.
I started using things with my right hand, so it's really weird because I can still write with my left hand, just not as fast as I could with my right. But it's really weird. But you know how you were talking about the sickness? It's funny because I'm just getting over food poisoning. I had it really bad last night, and then this morning it's awful. But that's why I look kind of flushed right now, or whatever. I'm just fat. It's okay. But that day that I listened to your video, the weirdest thing. I even had to call my brother because I was freaking out. Because I was not feeling well, and I laid down. And the night before, Wendy had told me that her neck was just killing her, right? And because when I told her about what happened that day, she was like, "When did you?" Because I had to go get a shot in my neck, of cortisone. So that night I went. It really hurt really bad. So I laid down for a minute. This was after your before your video. I laid down. I fell asleep for literally 5 minutes. Woke up to Wendy yelling, "Cindy!" like that, really loud, like Cindy. I woke up in a panic, like, what? I'm like, what? I'm screaming, what do you want? No one's answering. She's not answering. And I'm like, what in the world? She wakes up and she leaves, what the heck? So I call her because I look at my phone and I see a missed call. I'm like, why would you scream my name and then now you're calling me? This is just weird. So when I called her, she said, no, I'm not even home. She was like at the DMV, but I legit heard her scream. It was her voice live as you and I are talking right now,
Mhm.
and she wasn't anywhere in the house. So then from that time, I just said, okay, now I'm wide awake. So I happened to pull up Twitter, and which I haven't been on in forever, and I happened to see my brother's post about your video,
Mhm.
and I pulled it up, and I was like, what is this? Like, okay, she had me with the ghost. You got my attention with the ghost thing. So then I was like, okay, what's this? And then that's when I listened to all of it, and you were talking about opening yourself up. And when you open yourself up, when you're in that deep, deep self-consciousness, that's when
Yes.
things start to happen, and you take it in. I believe it, because it has
Yeah.
happened so many times. I just never thought about it. And I know Wendy, my sister, is more
Was it?
sensitive than I am, because
Tell
she's
her
like,
what
she
happened.
opens it all in. She lets it all in.
Did you get
Yeah.
detail what happened? I'm sorry, I
Huh?
had to jump out and jump back in again, trying to
Yeah,
reset
you're
all my
good.
audio settings because you guys keep in my ears. But did you tell her what happened with Wendy that night? You were watching the video.
Yes,
I
it was
talked about
weird.
it.
It was crazy. About the screaming my name, and she
Yeah.
wasn't even home. Yeah, it freaks me out.
Okay.
Like, legit. So then that's why I was like, okay, I'm listening to her video going, maybe I have a ghost in my house.
Jumping on that, it's like I'm almost starting to work. I shouldn't say worry, but wonder about me, or like how. Okay, what I mean by this is, like I almost feel like I activate paranormal shit. And like not just in myself, but other people. So it's like me opening up, and then when you watch a video of me or you hang out with me, it's like it's an activation that then goes to you too. Because like my boyfriend, for example, he's flat out atheist. So he's like, I don't even, I don't know, I can't prove anything. But he's actually more like agnostic than atheist. But still, it doesn't matter. He's like, I've never had an experience before in my life, and I had 2 different experiences in this house, like right after he left. And I had like a ghosty experience, 2 different ones that I made my tarot videos about. And then literally like the next day, he said he was at band practice, because he's in a band, whatever, he plays a guitar. And he was at practice, and they were playing a new song that they had never played before. And the lead guy was singing vocals, and both him and the lead guy heard somebody singing a harmony to the vocals, and they outright like stopped playing and was like looking at each other like, who was singing? He's like, I wasn't singing, were you? And my boyfriend was like, I wasn't singing, I don't know, but what was that? And he was like, that was the first time I ever thought, holy shit, that felt paranormal, because who would be singing harmony when nobody could be singing it? And and he was like, am I gonna start seeing and hearing shit now because of you? And I was like, maybe. And so it's like you're saying, like you were watching the video and like you're having around that time too, and it's kind of like we're all kind of like sending the energy to each other.
Yeah.
Can you send me the lottery numbers, please? Just
I need them too.
Just send them.
Doesn't work that way.
I need them so bad.
I know. I wish it did work that way, but
right.
It doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
We got to get together like live. You need to come to Florida.
We are live.
Gary, I'm gonna say stuff like that right now.
Okay, Gary.
I was in Florida last month. I was in St. Augustine.
I told Gary that, and he was
like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I was like, no, she was right there in your neck of the woods.
I didn't even know he was from Florida. I thought he was like from the Midwest or something.
I told you all these things. First of all, he doxes himself. He has a full ass address in
my email.
Lord.
It's all good. Well, I don't sound southern enough for you. I sound Mister.
You do. I don't know where you get that accent from. You got it forever.
I have no idea. But speaking of, man, when you were in St. Augustine, you went and visited the lighthouse. Did you try that out? The lighthouse?
I didn't go in the lighthouse, but we drove by the lighthouse.
The audio again.
I saw it, but I didn't go in it. He lost it.
You go ahead and go on about your story. I'll keep. Jesus.
I don't even know the story.
I can hear you just fine. You keep your story going. We hear you just fine.
I think it's because I I needed to be jumped back in. I was in the backstage of the show.
This is the wildest stream for
It
these
is weird.
Maybe because we're trying
You
to
know
get so
what?
many people in, or
It's our
No,
energy.
we have 10 people at a time.
Oh, maybe
It's
it's
our
our
energy.
It
probably.
could be. Could be.
It's
There's a lot of
much.
energy
It's too much.
around right here.
Gary.
Yeah.
Remember when you fixed that audio for me and you have it? You at the
Yeah, I
St.
recorded it.
Augustine Lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Did you show them that video or them the voice?
No, I
You
haven't.
need
I
to
can't.
send that to them.
No, I told him about it, though. Well, at least
It was
I know
scary.
Alma about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
go
you,
ahead. Tell the
I
story.
can give you
Yeah, tell.
an email.
Tell the
I'll give
story.
you
What
an
happened?
email. Oh, did you
Yeah,
guys?
I'll give you her email later on.
Okay, yeah, I'll
By
email you.
the way, I linked the two channels in my description box, so go check out their channels if you have not.
Yeah, I'll be on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did you girls go to the lighthouse? You went to St. Augustine?
I went to St. Augustine, but I didn't get to go in the lighthouse. We went to the lighthouse and saw it from outside, but I didn't get to go in it. But I saw it at night whenever it was kind of hazy and the light was swooping around like that. I was like, oh my God, that looks almost creepy, almost scary.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was just really like, I don't know, when you see something big and stuff like that, it's just really kind of humbling and different.
Oh, it's larger than life. It's intense when you're in there and you're up there. Up there is, first of all, it's really windy up top and it's scary. It's like, oh my gosh. But when you go in there, it's just this circle. But it really wasn't even in the lighthouse where I experienced this EVP. It was actually across from the lighthouse in this room where they have the downstairs, whatever, this little banquet thing. And the lady was talking about, there's a bathroom out there, but you guys need to make sure you clean up after yourself because there's a ghost in there that likes to be clean and doesn't want clean and dirty. And I'm like, y'all, that's just being stupid. They're probably being so I go, I'm gonna go in there and see. And the bathroom is really small. It's like a narrow, small area. I left the lights on because ain't no way I'm closing lights and doing it. I left the lights on, and I'm like, so I go in there. And when I say it's like a 2 feet by 5 feet bathroom, it's really small, enough for one stall, a mirror, and a sink. And I said, "Okay, ghost, are you in here?" And mind you, I don't hear anything. I didn't hear anything until I got home to review the video or the recording. But I turned around and I looked at myself in the mirror and I go, "Ooh, my lips are so chapped," and literally nothing. I didn't hear anything. So I left. So I'm at home. This is at 1 a.m. Probably not a good idea to review video or recording that late. But I'm listening to these recordings and I kept hearing these like pans noise, like smacking. Well, after watching Ghost Hunters and stuff, they say that's energy the ghost trying to catch energy. Well, I didn't hear that in real life. I just heard it on the recording. So literally I'm listening and I said, "Okay, ghost," or "Okay, lady, are you in here? Do you have a name?" And I said, "Oh, my lips are so chapped. I'm not." You'll hear it when I send you this video. It goes up to the mic. Go away. It says, "Go away." It says, "Go away."
It did.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah.
It sounded like a little girl's voice, though.
It sounded like a girl's voice, but when I'm listening, what's even scarier is when I'm listening to it over and over, I'm thinking that's me saying it. I'm like, "Is that me?" It sounds like
it sounded
me,
like her voice.
I'm not. She copied my voice.
Oh,
Go away. I'm like, that is not me.
no.
I didn't say that.
And now Alma's chimes are going off crazy as you're saying this.
Yeah. This humongous wind chimes.
But talk about
wow,
wind
really?
energy. I go to my sister's room to tell her, and she's walking out the door as I'm going in. This is at like 1 a.m. What is she doing?
We're both coming out at the same time.
That was just
crazy.
freaky. I'm like, oh my God. It was just really, really scary. But there were other things too. But I will send you that. You just won't believe it. It was the best EVP that I caught. It was so crazy.
Wow.
There's one even better than that. You remember now when you went back the second time, and you're talking to your friend. Austin was there actually, and you're doing another EVP session then, and all of you like, what was that? And then you hear the voice in the phone say, "It was a flash."
Oh,
And then
yeah.
Austin,
Oh, yeah.
after that, Austin says,
That's
"Oh, it
right.
was a
Right.
flash."
It was
And
the
then
same night.
you
That's
started.
right. Oh my
Same night.
Then
God.
you started talking about the little girl, and
Yeah.
that's the whole experience that the one I recorded for you, and you can hear in the phone in like a southern accent. Why y'all keep talking about me?
Oh God.
You remember that?
Yes.
It was clear as day.
It was crazy. Like I wish I don't have that recording. You gotta send me that. I just have the one that says "Go away," and then the
Yeah.
breathing one.
Well, that's the one I sent you. I had the other one too, but on my file. This was an old computer from
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, it
ago.
was like
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But man, that was awesome. If y'all
We gotta
never
go
been to
back.
St. Augustine, people in the
Yeah.
chat, you need to go to St. Augustine. It's worth it for sure.
Those twin trip sandwich to the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
Ooh, can you
That
imagine
would
the
be,
amount?
that would be so cool because like whenever I went, I was only in St. Augustine for a weekend and it was a very cold and rainy weekend.
Mm-mm.
So I didn't get to do a whole lot, but I did get to, go downtown and kind of walk around the shops in the touristy kind of areas and do a lot of eating because you go inside of restaurants away from the rain and eat. So I was able to do that, but that was all I was really able to do. I didn't get to, and I went to Ripley's and I walked around the outside of that fort, but then that was all that I did. I didn't get to do any other kind of exploration because I was only there a full day and 2 half days. So yeah, it would be nice to do something
We'll
different.
plan that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if it means anything, we've lived here almost all our lives. I've been to St. Augustine like twice.
Yeah. So don't go back.
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
I've been to St. Augustine before myself, but that was when I was like 25 and I was too broke to do shit. I just came and I just walked around past them,
It's
So, B,
beautiful, though.
did you feel out a spiritual connection when you were down there? It's the oldest city in
Yes,
the
the
country.
oldest
You know?
I mean, it's kind of yes and no. It's like on one hand, yes, I did because older cities have a different feel than some of the newer cities. Like here in South Carolina, Charleston has a very different feel. And when we're going kind of more south in Georgia, Savannah has a different feel. So it does have a different feel. But then I say no at the same time because kind of like what she was saying, things follow wherever we go. So it's like it can kind of happen anywhere just as being a receptor, but it does feel different. There is something that feels different. And there was a slowness about it there that felt like a time lapse or something. It was weird. I don't know what to explain.
Kind of residual energy.
Yeah.
You need to go to Savannah, Georgia.
I love
Savannah would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Savannah's the only time we ever tried an EVP thing. And we didn't know what we were doing because we were kids. And so, kids, it was after work one day that we're like, it was a Friday after work. So it was like 5 o'clock. And I was like, fuck it. You want to drive to Savannah? She's like, fuck, we're going. Like 4 hours there.
Like 3.
3 hours there and hung out from 8 to midnight and drove back home.
Wow.
And then so we didn't know what we were doing, and so then we didn't get really anything that we know of on the tape. So I don't even know if we finished reviewing.
I'm not even sure our equipment was really.
Yeah, I don't know, but we did get a lot of like light flickers from the light posts and weird things like that while we were there, creepy feelings and stuff, but we had to just go home at a certain point because it was dark and it was just the two of us out there.
And again, too broke for a hotel.
Yeah.
I just saw someone mention New Orleans. Like that would be a cool place to go.
Yeah, I love New Orleans. Oh my God.
Me too. I love it. Nolans.
Yeah.
Nolans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the food though. I'm a foodie. I like to travel.
Yeah.
To eat.
Well, South
Yeah,
Carolina got the food. Y'all got the good
Yeah.
food over there.
South Carolina. We were there too. We were just in South.
Oh.
We were in South Carolina for a soccer trip. I'm gonna have to look you guys up next time we're up there.
Oh, South Carolina?
Oh.
Shrimp and grits all
we
day,
live
every day
in
long.
the middle of South Carolina, so we can kind of go anywhere in 2.5 hours or less. So we
That's
can
like
go
perfect.
to the corner,
Oh.
go up to the mountains corner or down to the beach corner in 2
Nice.
hours, or go up or down vertically in about 1 hour from where we are. So yeah,
That's cool.
anywhere in South Carolina we can meet someone pretty easy.
We'll plan that.
Have you guys
We
ever
will
been
definitely
to oh yeah, we'll definitely plan that, man. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. But have you guys ever been a place called Heyman downtown, South Carolina, Charleston?
What place?
Haymans. Haymans.
It sounds familiar,
It's
but
in Charleston. I don't know if you've been. It's like downtown Charleston. They have really good
we've been
shrimp.
downtown Charleston, but it's so big and so much down there.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say they have like a really good like fried flounder. so good. Anyway, go on.
I'm
You guys go on.
vegetarian, so skip on.
I love fish.
Well, fish eat plants too.
I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. So I want to do something real quick. I want to see what kind of twinsies you guys have.
Oh, shoot.
I know, right? That's what I said.
Okay.
Maybe you can do a reading for both of you at the same time, like split the reading in half on kind of energies these two have together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Rephrase. Like we're reading for your sisters, like say one side for Wendy, one side for Cindy. Is this what you're asking, or what?
Or if they have some kind of like spiritual energy about them and
Ooh, read me, girl.
Which
Let
one?
me see. I want
Okay.
to be read.
All right. Well,
Ooh.
just do.
I'm
You
here.
guys can do each one separately and see what kind of spiritual energy there's that they have and how they kind of I don't know.
I'm more woke than Cindy. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like.
The connection. Yeah.
Yeah, so you said that.
Okay, so Gary, you're
connection.
talking about their connection together, your sister's connection together, as opposed to more like just individually what could be coming up.
Well, you can do all three, each one, and then they're together. But just start off with the mix together and see how strong it is.
And that deck's bigger, and I don't know if you like it.
Let me get my baby.
Well,
back.
no, here's the other one. I
Look
got it
how
right
excited they are.
Oh my God, y'all are
I got so many decks right here. These are too big for you. These are not too big.
This is so excited.
Okay, I literally have 3 Rider-Waite tarot decks right
And
here.
I'm-
She don't want to be
And
bothered.
I'm in
with
my
none of
purse
them.
pulling out.
Maybe one in my purse too.
I love it. I
By
love
the
it.
way, love the Golden Girls deck. That's awesome.
Oh my God, I love the golden.
That's
Girls.
awesome.
Oh wait,
Well
it's
done.
upside down. Look at it, Blanche, my lovely little whore.
Golden Girls deck? Yeah, you didn't tell me. What?
I just got it.
Jesus.
And Sarah Cat down there is the reason why I got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So what's the first thought that's first question that we're going to be working on? Because I like to have more of like a focus of how to do. So do you want to do it like almost like a pile? So we have Cindy on this side, we have Wendy on this side from what we're looking at on the screen. So if we have like a 3-card spread for Cindy, a 3-card spread for Wendy, and then like their energy that's shared in between them, like here. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, you do that, and I'm going to have to do something like tangential.
Tangential.
Yeah. Because I can't read the same stuff that you're putting down. You read what you read on your cards. I read how I read on my cards. We read different.
Yeah, I know, but if you have the same cards down, you can still interpret them the way that you interpret them. It's just the same cards.
Spirit would give me different cards.
Whatever it is.
Spirit.
I'm pulling out 3 for each of y'all, and then the situation in the middle too. So anyway, so Cindy first. We're gonna get a little spread for Cindy first. Oh, those 3 came out fast. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
Yeah.
and now
Girl.
they all popped out at one time, and I'm gonna get a spread.
That's what she said.
Oh.
See where I get it from?
It's always appropriate to have a well-timed, that's what she said, joke. It's always appropriate.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
All right, and the energy shared between the 2. Energy shared between the 2. Okay, we're gonna put that one out. Oh man.
Goodness.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So if I'm gonna go ahead and start, and
I'll have my own thing to add. I'll piggyback on what you said with my thing.
So you want me to pause after each section so that you can say your section right after I do my section? Is that how
I don't
you
know.
want to do
Just
it?
get started.
Okay, well, fuck. I was just trying to see what was comfortable for her. Okay, so anyway, we're starting with Cindy though. We have the Ace of Swords reverse, the 6 of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So Cindy, your individual energy,
Weird.
like what I'm looking at here, it looks like something where you might be having an issue where there's like a clarity issue. There's perhaps like some kind of an idea that you've been chewing on that you can't really make sense of, and it's like it's not something that's like. It's like, why can't I make it make sense, or like there's too many uncertainties or something about that just makes it be like feeling like you might be finding yourself in a place of inaction, because you have this kind of sense that you know that you should probably be moving forward with something, or you know that you might need to move on from something that's taking up a lot of mental energy and creating some of this brain fog or confusion, but I'm not seeing that you are ready to push it forward yet. There's kind of a sense that you might be like dragging your feet, or you might feel like you need to see something more tangible before you're going to be ready to kind of like pick a direction or go ahead and push this forward. It's like I don't have it all the info together, so it's like, you know, how do you go and embark on the new thing if it's not coming together in a way that makes sense to you? And so that's what I'm seeing for you. Do you want to go on?
Yeah, you go do all yours, and then I'll do all mine, because mine's going on a different. I don't know. They're giving me a different spin. So
Different spins. I love different spins. Okay, so Wendy, and of course all this is short because it's just 3 cards. So sorry, you know, and I talk fast whenever I'm doing this. Okay, so the first out for you is the Knight of Wands in reverse, then the 10 of Wands in reverse, and then the Judgment card in reverse. So there's almost kind of a similar thing, but a little bit different than Cindy's reading. First of all, I do want to say that it's possible. I don't know if there's like an Aries, Leo, Sag person, or even perhaps like a Sagittarius person. Also, Cindy, for you, the person that could possibly be or energy would be like a Earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But going back over to Wendy, I'm seeing kind of an issue where you might be feeling. Almost feeling like I'm ready to bounce on something. It's like, you know, you see this horse, and it's like this person's normally like galloping towards something really fast, and it's like, no, there's a feeling of like, I'm done here, or I'm done with this, you know, like I'm over it. I've pushed it as far as I can push it. I've taken it as far as it will fucking go, and there's just no way that I'm going to be able to revive this. Like it's kind of like it's dead. It's done. It's over. And so I'm just kind of I'm in that sense of like, cut your ties, cut your losses, or, you know, like whatever it is. It's just like, been there, done that. If you invest any more into it, it's just going to rob you of what you got. So it's just kind of like, just get out and let it fizzle. Girl. You know.
So if you could see the goosebumps that are happening right now, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I love goosebumps. Yeah. But okay, so let's talk about y'all's shared energy. So the energy between you two. So I got this pretty little 3-card spread. I'm getting used to where's my camera and how to hold it. It's a little bit mirror inverse here. So the shared energy between the two of y'all, I've got the Ace of Wands in reverse, the 10 of Cups upright, which is like, look at how fucking precious that is. And then the Sun in reverse, which is a good card as well. So the energy shared between y'all, it looks almost like there could be something that it almost feels like a passion project or an idea, or at least like a yearning for y'all to come together more, or you want to have more time together. Maybe there's even something that you share that you kind of want to do together or push forward, but it's like it just never seems to kind of get off of its feet. Life happens, and it's kind of like it makes it where we can't come together and join with what we want to do. But I'm seeing 100%. That if your energies did come together, I'm seeing that y'all could have like a real powerhouse way about it, or at least, you know, just reuniting and getting together and feeling alive again and sharing that like energy of life that comes together when y'all are together. But this feels like, you know, it's just not happening. It's just not coming together. So it can kind of take the wind out of your sails sometimes, but it's something that y'all want to do, because right here, you know, you're looking at like y'all's connection being something that like this is what brings emotional fulfillment. You know, it's like the tightness in the bond here. It's like, you know, this is home. This is like relief. This is the exhale at the end of the day. This is, you know, this is the happy place. And it's something that's very, very special, very pure. And I see it being something that's like, well, obviously this can, you don't need cards to say this, but it's like a long-term thing that like, even down to y'all living long lives together.
Wow.
Like it's because the 10 of Cups is like, we're going the distance, we're going all the way. So it looks like, you know, being like age old and being like, boom, that's just what it is. We're just, you know, we're just together. So it's a feeling of everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. We very much have each other's back, even though there's kind of like life happens, disconnect. It's like we're still here. And also, I think that the two of y'all coming together are really, really good at giving each other a eureka moment, because it feels kind of like that connection. Perhaps you operate almost as each other's eyeballs. You know, it's like you see shit she doesn't see or doesn't want to see, and vice versa. And so it's very easy to kind of like call each other out and get each other recalibrated in a way where it's like, you know, got each other's back. And so I mean, this is pure. This is pure as fuck. It's just we just want more of it.
Right.
But yeah, okay. So that's my little. I try to be fast.
Yeah, mine. The reason why I had to just go ahead and do yours is because mine went really weird. Like, weird. I know, but mine usually doesn't go quite like this. This went quite abstract, because whenever I was asking in my head, I was trying to interpret Gary's question about like the two of you and your connection together and this and that. And when I was asking about that and the connection together, where this went was not in this lifetime, but as in zoomed out, the two souls and the soul connection together broader than this particular lifetime. And so it went weird compared to a normal type of reading. So I was like, crap, I'm gonna have to just hang to the back and do mine separate then, because the way this looked, this pile was the one representing Cindy, this one, and Wendy. Okay, so how this looked. It looks like from here that y'all had multiple lifetimes together, but not always in the same type of relationship with each other, but always coming into lifetimes together. And whenever I got this pile here for Cindy's, it looks like you came out of the last life first before Wendy did. And these cards are so little, y'all ain't gonna see. That you came out of it first, and that you kind of that your last one would have kind of ended in a bit of a difficult way. And so however that plays out, it seems like in this lifetime, because of that, you might be having to kind of purge off some stuff, some experiences, and some healing from the last one. So if you find that in this life, there are just certain things that you feel like might come up for you or bubble up for you, and you're like, where is that coming from? Why am I even feeling this? Like, what, you know, it seems like it comes out of nowhere. It's coming from a hard ending from the one before. That's still in this one. So it's kind of like the idea of like when they say, oh, rocks and fossils that are way underneath the surface, and when they come up, they off-gas for a certain amount of time. It's like that's what you're doing here. And so that's kind of where those strange emotions or strange things. There's also what they're coming up with, like you would have more than a normal person amount of like deja vu, weird moments, or something like that. That you would have more than that, more than your fair share of that. And this is because you're linking back to past stuff. And so you don't realize that, but you're hopping timelines when you do that. And so it's like there's a lot of different potentials in any given situation, and the one we put the most energy behind becomes the one that's the most opaque, for a lack of a better way of saying it. And it's as if you jump through all these other ones that were a little bit more transparent and not opaque, and so you're jumping back and forth. So it's weird, but you're doing that because of how your previous lifetime ended, and it didn't. There was something that didn't go well with that, and you came out first. And it looks like when you came out first, as it was time to start writing new contracts for this life, for re-entering, you picked y'all's mom. So you're the one that chose her. So I don't know if you ever felt like there was any kind of a specific thing between you and her that would have been either weird or different, or feelings that you would have felt about her or from her that Wendy wouldn't have, or something. There would be something different about how you and your mom would connect than her, because of this.
Yes.
You're the one that made that selection.
100% just got what you just said there. Wow.
Yeah, it's bizarre. So then moving over here to Wendy got to stay in her life longer. Her life was going really well because she was staying in longer. Sense. And yeah, she was having a good old time. She was living pretty prosperous in that kind of a lifetime. And so whenever she came out, she was able to kind of hop directly into what you had already kind of lined up for her, because the connection between the two of y'all is we always go together. I'm not leaving until she's here, kind of a thing.
Oh.
And so you got things set up and ready until she was available, and then y'all made the decision to jump in together. And because she got it so easy in the last life, there are some things that she has to go through in this life that she probably is already kind of going through, that is kind of making up for it a bit. Like, the universe always evens things out. So if you had a little bit of an easier go, you might experience some more difficult things than another thing, to kind of just always keep you evening out the scales. So there's that sense of evening things out here, which is why she might have a little bit more of a difficult time with certain things in this particular life. So mine went.
That's crazy that you say that, because I always say, what have I done to deserve this? Like, what did I do in my past life that I'm dealing with this crap? I literally made that comment. I'm just tripping that you said that.
Yeah,
I don't know why I even said that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like our souls evening out that balance. And so it's not that you did anything wrong, you didn't deserve anything, you're not having to pay somebody else. It's just universal balance, and we all go through it. And so it's completely neutral. The universe sees it as neutral. So you don't have to guilt yourself, worry yourself, do whatever. None of that's attached to it.
That's crazy.
Oh man, thank you so much, guys. And this is exactly why I wanted both of you to be on this stream, both of my sisters, because here is exactly what I was thinking. And you both answered my questions perfectly. Like, Alma, you caught it in one way, you caught it in another way, and you both answer questions perfectly. And I'm pretty sure that Wendy,
100%.
Yeah, you guys can talk about these questions if you want to. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the whole deja vu thing. It's crazy because literally my daughter and I had a conversation last night about that. Like, we asked each other, "Are you not getting a lot of these deja vu moments? Like, really weird?" And I always told her, I said, that means that we lived in a past life, I would make comments like that. I didn't know if that was true or not. I just said it feels like that's what it would be. I had no idea until you just said it.
Yes, your soul knew it was true, and that's why that idea came into your head, and you're perceptive enough and sensitive enough to pull that out without knowing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm
shook right now. I'm shook.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could remember what I did in my past life that I had so much fun. My God. I mean, jeez.
I know.
Well, it wasn't so different this life, man, because you had a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.
Right.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary.
You've
We
had a
all
lot of
remember
fun.
Atlanta. We all remember Atlanta.
You're
Yeah,
Let's go there.
I remember Atlanta.
I got to travel.
That's a whole other live show. That's a whole other
Yeah.
live show.
Another one. But I'm just gonna say one thing though. I just remember going into clubs, Wendy. I used to love hanging out with Wendy at the club. I would drink for free because all the guys there trying to hit on her would be like, "Oh, you're the brother. What you drinking?"
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that always make me dance. Oh, come on now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's the dancer. He's the dancer.
That was fun. That was a good read. All right. So, you guys have any other ghost stories you want to talk about? Or
Golden Girls.
Or I mean, but I think, and I'm just gonna say that this was a very good stream, and I feel like Alma and B, your energies and they're up there right now. So I'm pretty sure you guys are tired, right, and you're ready to get on with your day. And I'm glad that you got to meet my sisters, who I've been telling you guys about for a while. So this was amazing stream, and I appreciate you coming on so much. I really do. Now, as far as channels go, I mean, sure you guys can contact each other. You're all on Twitter, so you guys can follow each other. So
Yes. Definitely.
anything that you guys want to put out about your channels individually?
Well, I'm a
I have to
nobody.
be back because me was off again. But go ahead.
I'm a nobody, so I don't really have anything to put out there. But I can pimp my daughter out. Not like that. In sports, not like that.
Oh god.
She plays like sports. So any coaches out there watching, she plays soccer.
What I meant?
I said something inappropriate about Gabby. Well, new.
Yeah, she's tough. She can take it.
Yeah, you want to say hi? Yeah, we both want to say hi. I have a 10-year-old daughter that's autistic, and that love of my life. Come say hi. You say hi.
Hey, Raylan.
Hi.
She loves to sing. Can you sing? Sing.
Hi,
God, she
Ray.
can sing so good, dude.
1 thunder, 2 thunder, 3 thunder, 4. After storm in seconds I'm more. 1 thunder, 2 thunder, 3 thunder, 4.
She sees her.
Keep score.
Yeah.
What's the cutest?
Good job,
Like-
Ray.
Yeah, and there's a microphone nearby. She just jumps on it and starts singing.
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
Not
Yeah,
a
our
side
niece
note.
and our nephew both have autism, and they're so cool in their own way.
Yeah.
Because we have a brother, and our brother has 2 children, and both of them have autism, and so
Oh, wow.
they're like wild and crazy, but like in the best way,
Yeah.
They're like
Aw.
chain fun and stuff, and you're just like, where do you come up with this stuff?
Emma's 14 and William is 8.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's
Wow.
amazing. She's nonverbal, but she learned to talk just through the YouTube. I mean,
Singing.
watching videos and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
Emma taught herself. Yeah. Emma
Yeah.
taught herself through her headphones and watching videos, and because we used to do the baby sign language stuff with her, I forgot all of it now.
I remember
But-
this
Wow.
was
Yeah, the more, yeah,
this was more.
Yeah.
more, yeah, the basic.
Yeah.
That's
Understood.
cool. So cool. Well,
Yeah, Ken said she has her uncle's talent.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly. I wish I did. I'm so jealous.
I wish I did too.
Aw.
He hears music. She's the same way. She hears music and copies it just like him. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
like who? Who am I now?
You just like very talented.
Oh,
He gets mad at us because every time we're out, we're always saying, "Gary, sing. Come on, sing." He's like,
yeah.
I can't just pop
Enough.
it out and start singing all the time. He hates it, but we're so proud of him, you know?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I love
Say
you
happy
guys.
birthday on somebody's
Yeah,
stream.
happy birthday tomorrow.
Oh, I
And
did.
I'm like, oh, let's do that. That was Gary's runs going right past us. Yeah.
I love it. I'm definitely doing more with my music. But did you guys ever get to talk about your channel?
About
Oh,
what?
that's
Yeah.
Their channel?
Yeah,
I'm
Alma
already
and B&B.
subscribed. Yeah, I'm on it. Both of them.
Well, I know you guys are, but I'm saying that on this stream, did you guys have to plug it? I mean, because some people have been and I'm so sorry, guys, that I've been kind of neglecting the chats because my computer's got the free right now, and I keep losing my audio. I have to pop out and pop back in. But I see all the chats. It's everything's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many
this stream is harder to follow the chats than normal. Normally, there's a little bit more dialogue between us and the chat, but with all the technical issues, I think it makes it a little bit
I
harder to
wish
do
I
that.
could. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a little hard to keep.
I wish I could
track
see the
of.
chats.
But
I'll go back and watch this and look at the chats.
when you pop there. All right.
Me.
But
Every time I
yeah,
do this.
it'll be on again, so you guys go back and watch it again if you like.
Yeah, but we'll plan something. I'm getting ready to jump off, but I enjoyed immensely my time.
Yes.
I'm so not feeling well, but I'm trying to like get through this. But your energy is helping me. I'm not honestly, I can feel it. It's really crazy. It's so good. And I'm gonna be watching you guys. I have you on alert, so if you guys have videos, I know it'll come up and I'll watch it. So I'm excited to get to know you two more. And you know, me and Wendy, we are all into this ghost stuff. So we're like, and we just love the energy that you both pull out. So we have to have more. So we'll keep in touch more. We're gonna be soul sisters. We're gonna be soul sisters.
Yes, twin sandwich for life. I can handle it.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
meet
We're
our
gonna plan a trip up
sign
there,
language.
or we're gonna meet somewhere in between, and
Yeah.
we'll get together, all of us.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can make that happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
We can
gonna
make it
happen.
happen for sure. Oh, Sin, don't forget to make sure that bell icon has like the two quotes behind it or around it, so you can get all notifications.
Oh,
You know
good
what I
to
mean?
know. I will do that. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, B was really good about that. We should have streamed this on B's channel. Tell you true. She's very professional.
She's got the
Mine's like a shit show.
subscribers, and
Yeah.
I'm on my little 400, which I'm very
that's-
happy with my little peoples. I'm happy with us.
But that has grown so fast.
Wow,
So,
I probably have like
yeah.
5.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You got videos, not just videos of your kids. You got to do the
Cindy
video stuff.
Robinson Rourke, if any of you want to follow. I don't have any really good content unless you like.
I know you
watching
had a
sports
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the sport nut, and Wendy just all about it right now.
Wendy does not post videos. Wendy just watches. That is all she does.
She's a voyeur.
Yeah, I'm a voyeur. Not that kind of voyeur, but you know.
All right, guys, thank you so much.
Yes.
I love y'all. I love you, bro. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank
Happy
you.
early birthday.
And
thanks
to
Yeah.
you can say it. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, Ivy Ray, my daughter.
Ivy Ray.
He's like, I don't want to dox her. I was like, it's okay.
I don't dox. But
When's
happy
y'all's
birthday to her.
Who?
Oh, they're April.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
our birthdays are coming up in April, so we're Aries fans. This
April
whole
what?
top row of the
April what?
screen is Aries fan.
Well, they're
Yeah.
Pisces.
What?
They're Pisces.
We're
What
Pisces.
Pisces?
So y'all just
March
had y'all
3rd.
thing.
March
Oh,
3rd.
3,
Oh, the
3.
third.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
cool. The threes are laughter and communication in numerology. So
Yeah,
Oh my God.
3369.
Three's
that's
always
like
our
really
numbers,
almost
yeah.
Tesla. Oh, almost Nikola. 3369.
Nice.
Three,
And then in
6, 9.
angel numbers, the 3s are for the ascended masters. So having the like Jesus and Buddha and all of those kinds of people that were ascended on earth and So when they cross over, they help people still in their own
Yes.
spiritual ways.
Wow.
Yes.
So seeing all the threes, that's kind of like them being around and being able to ask them to help out, and yeah, so it's cool. That's a great number to have.
But you're
I
April
love
what?
it.
17.
April what?
April 17th.
Oh, 17. Okay. We gonna remember that. We're gonna celebrate your birthday big time. Got
You
you.
got some Scorpios in the chat, I'm seeing. Scorpio! I'm getting my boy Scorpio, so yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Bye, Gary. I love you, ladies.
Love
you
you
guys are
too.
the best.
We love y'all too.
Yes.
Rosie, chill out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, dog. Yeah, stop.
All right.
Enough. Okay.
All right, bye, Gary. I have to go. They're looking at me. Bye.
Oh, he said
Gary left. He said, "I'm out."
All right, he's out.
We just handling his show right now. We just took it over. It's okay.
Yeah. How long do your streams last?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Sorry,
there we go.
I keep popping out and popping back in because my audio just keeps messing up. I lose
Okay.
hearing all of
Well,
you guys.
I'll see y'all later. Bye. I love you guys.
All right, then. Love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for coming through. No,
Is
there's
there
no
a time limit on the
limit.
streams?
No, but we've been going for a good hour now. And to everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming by. I'm just wondering if this, Alma and B, are you guys okay to take some questions, maybe?
Yeah, I'm
when?
good for longer. If you're good for longer.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm good
if
for a little bit longer. I gotta go home and finish the birthday cake.
Oh, that's right. That's right, Betty.
I tried to bake the cakes before I came here, and I put them on the cooling racks before I came, and I'm like, okay, after I'm done, I'll go back and then I'll ice them and put all that together. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, I should have a little bit more time, but I won't be able to stay on too long so I can finish that.
Yeah, true that. Thanks, Tammy. I appreciate it. And Tammy's a really good one. She's awesome too. You guys get your check out her channel. Keely Talks. They're both great. We're all good friends here. Let me see. Just real quick.
I saw Tammy, I saw Keely, I saw Zod, I saw.
Oh, Zod's here too. Oh,
yes.
Bro, you just got here, Zod. You just missed my other lovely twin, or they're twins. I'm not in sisters with them, but you have to go back and check out the rest of this show because they just took over. It's awesome. Have fun. Have fun looking at all these lovely ladies, but pay attention though. Don't just look at them. Pay attention.
Oh my god.
Don't just watch.
Wait, so we can go back and watch this? I'm scared.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
After I end the broadcast, you can go back and watch. Yeah, it'll still be on there.
Oh wow.
Thank you for the happy birthdays. Not to me, but to Alma's precious little one.
Yeah.
Let me see. Does anybody have any questions for my sister Wendy here? Or
Probably not. I'm not.
these
I'm not
two
nobody.
wonderful twins over here?
I see Phantasmagorical asked, what does the number 11 mean? I see it constantly. And
Thank you.
Yeah, 11 is a good number. 11 is
she's Bocephus.
Yeah, 11 is a master number in numerology because it's one of those repeats, like 1 1 2 2 things of that nature. It's a master number in numerology, and it has a lot of different meanings. In a numerology standpoint, it reduces down to a 2, which is about love and intuition and connection and things like that. But when you see 11s or 111 or even 1111, during the day, those kind of repeat ones, you're looking at spirit guides giving you like an activation code. Basically, it's an awakening. It's like saying that we acknowledge that you're going through a lot right now, especially on a spiritual, emotional level, and we're trying to help you raise your vibration as you go through that, to help you get out of a state of fear and negative thinking. And so if you see those repeating ones,
allow that to remind you to feel like you're literally lifting up, getting out of any kind of negative rumination or fear-based thinking or things like that, to try to kind of lift yourself out of that. And it's also kind of a sign to say that you will also be kind of receiving these kind of repeat thoughts or feelings or things that just kind of come up, and it's like, that always is coming up for me, or I'm always thinking that, or why do I always see that number or those signs or this or that. And when you get on repeat, they're saying that those things that they're repeating to you over and over and over have some sort of meaning. There's some sort of symbolism or sign that they're trying to tell you. So just kind of silence yourself and say, okay, what is that? What do I need to know then, spirit guides? And don't think about it or wonder. Just let a thought pop into your mind when you're not, you just let it pop in, let it receive. Don't have to try. And whatever comes, don't second guess it. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt and run with that. So those are
nice. I like that. I like that a lot. It's very cool. I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers lately too. Just pop up every time I check the time. And then it's funny too. Like every time I look at the clock and it's 3:26, I'm like, happy birthday, G.
Yeah,
Just got reborn again.
I do that with it too. Anytime it says 4:17, I'm like, oh, it's my minute. Like, seconds where it's about me.
It's about me a minute. That's awesome. But go ahead.
I saw Sarah Hill. She asked if anyone has seen her chat, and I think I saw her ask about like, where do you find your rising part of your zodiac sign? If you Google Cafe Astrology Natal Chart, as long as you know your birthday, obviously, the time of your birth and the location of your birth. So some people don't always know those two things, but you need the time.
By location, we just mean city.
City, yeah, location as in like what, like the city of the hospital or wherever.
Like Atlanta, Georgia, wherever.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, I was born on the bus. I don't know where the bus was. Then, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry for you.
Yeah.
You did that. You did one of those. You did that for me too. When when we were talking about.
I did your natal chart. Yeah, and you have a whole lot of fire too, just like us. And I was like, oh shit, that's why. That's why we got that soul sieve vibe going on, because it's like,
yeah.
And
so he's suspiciously subdued all the time, but there's fire under it.
What's funny about this?
It's just a calm fire.
Fire in his chart, but he literally like caught himself on fire like last week. And
yeah,
he sent me pictures of it, and it was awful.
Oh,
it's all right. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh. Jesus.
But he's an Aries sun and a Aquarius rising and a Gemini moon.
Aquarius rising.
Gemini moon. Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was something else. I thought I wrote it down. Anyway, about me. So if you guys have a minute, just wondering, and I don't know if anybody else would like to know, because we're going back to the old Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation thing. All right, and I don't want to bore you with that. But the appeal got denied. And I don't know the details because I haven't read any of the transcripts or anything like that for. But if there's some way, and I know a lot of these people here are pretty interested in that, but if there's some way you can, talk to the cards about why the appeal got denied, because there's so many questions about that. Like, I mean, because everything just seems so straightforward and just he's got to get appeal, and then all of a sudden it was denied. And I know I don't follow that very much. And hey Ray.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I forgot my mic was on. I thought I hit it off. Hold on.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But I was just wondering if if we could figure out the judge decided to deny the, because I don't know the details yet, and I don't want to tell you guys the details. This is just to show people spot on you guys, but I'm pretty sure that you will be, because the energy is strong to each other.
So we're asking basically like, why was he denied his appeal? Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, you're slinging cards first.
Bring it back.
We'll both do it. We'll do kind of like what we did a second ago.
Okay, I'm sure. Okay. Whoa, shit. What do we got? Well, I'm not going to take those because they were all in one big clump. Let's not take a clump. Okay, so any reasons for why we got this denied? And I'll go ahead and I'll just get. I usually just start with a 3 because sometimes that can give me a picture, but it doesn't have to be. Why? All right. Okay. So if I'm looking at the 3 cards that I have, I've got the King of Wands upright, the Page of Wands upright, and the 10 of Wands. First of all, what's notable is all 3 of these are wands. Yeah, the energy popping.
Yeah, I know, right?
Energy popping. Okay. But anyway, so we got 3 wands here, and we have 2 people that look like they're involved here. You've got a king and you have a page. And I know the last time I did a reading that was like Johnny Depp related, the page actually ended up being about kids, but I'm not saying that that's what it has to be about now. Let me get a qualifier on like who is the King of Wands, or what is this person about? Let me see. Okay, the star. What is the Page of Wands? Where is the Page of Wands here? Let me see. Why is the Page of Wands here? Yeah, this is one. Okay, almost done, y'all. And 10 of Wands. Why is the 10 of Wands here? Why is the 10 of Wands here? Whoa, shit! It went. Okay, so looking at this King of Wands person, I don't know if there's like an Aries, Leo, Sag that's involved in this. It doesn't have to be Aries, Leo, Sag, but I'm seeing somebody that's coming through here that it feels like, honestly, if the way that I'm seeing this, it feels kind of like it was pushed as much as it could go already. There's some kind of something about this that's incomplete. I'm feeling like there's information here that either hasn't come forward, outright just hasn't been brought forward, or the information itself isn't necessarily like good enough in terms of like a scrutiny. There's no justice card out in all of this, whether upright or reverse. So it looks like it wasn't supposed to be something that actually went all the way. It looks like you're seeing that it's not going to be something that can go farther than this, but it's, to me, as I'm looking at these cards, it looks like there wasn't really a leg to stand on. There's somebody here that this King of Wands individual, and I don't know if it has to be a male or not, but there's somebody here who had the upper hand. This person had the upper hand in this situation, and because of that, it was kind of, I would say, overshadowing this player here, because this is a page. It's a lesser energy, and honestly, this is what's got me feeling like it just wasn't good enough. I know people that support him, and of course I'm a Johnny Depp fan, like I know that people that support him and want to support him, they might be screaming in their heads of like, yeah, it's a lot, it's everything, we've got it, it's an ironclad case, why don't they see that? But to me, it doesn't look like it's cutting it. It's just, to me, there's not enough clarity, there's not enough details, there's not enough proof. You just can't push it legally in a legal setting. It's just not meant to go that far. You can't actually get a completion out of this. There's a feeling like somebody here has the upper hand, and because of that, it's not going to be able to be pushed into a completion. I'm just feeling like there's some kind of details that either were withheld or details that just don't meet the legal standard, and so it's underdeveloped. It's just not developed enough, and it's not going to complete any further than this, from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, so similar from what I'm getting, and just as a way to reiterate, about a year before I don't know how far, but a year before I think the trial, I had done a reading on my channel, which I think is how I ended up. Yeah, I think that's how I ended up meeting Gary.
Yeah, that's the one.
I did a video on it, and this was before I knew anything about the situation, and the cards came out saying that Johnny Depp would lose, and then he did. And so it was pretty clear in terms of energetic outcomes that was going to be the case about a year in advance, or however long. It's a while in advance, and so it seemed like it was already clear, and I'm getting similar clarity here too. Just like what she said, with the world card upright, this is tying a bow around something. This is a circle coming to where they're saying over. This is an ending. This isn't over. They're saying that it's over. They give me this Empress card, which is what has come up in my readings about Amber Heard before, and they give me this on top of it, which is her ability to obfuscate facts, to make things cloudy enough that that's all she needs. Because what they're saying here, and I've said this in my videos too, is when you are the plaintiff, you have the burden of proof. The other person doesn't have to prove they didn't do whatever. You have to prove that they did in a certain kind of a way. And what you would think should be enough legally is not enough legally. Legal stuff is such a different animal than what we would see and what would make perfect clear sense to us. It doesn't work like that in a court of law. I've been in a lawsuit myself, and I know that road. I won mine. I won mine. But anyway, so what I'm seeing here, there's something about evidence issues where whatever looks good for him, there's something that also looks not good for him. And so there's things that you can't make one thing.
It's like, I'm not trying to interrupt your flow, but like you're seeing also the 2 cups poured out. So it's almost like somebody, like the person who's in this upper hand, it's almost kind of like taking what's there and just being like, just kind of like behind the scenes, like, it feels almost like get rid of it or pour it out.
With what I say,
those cards are so cute.
Yeah, those cards cute.
No horse.
Oh, my baby ones? Oh, yeah. That's the first cards. But yeah, it's like they're saying the evidence is not there in the way that you need it to be in a legal fashion, which is going to seem so weird to common sense, because legal stuff, it is very different, and it's very weird of what counts, what doesn't count, and all of this kind of stuff. What is necessary to show proof, because you can make all kinds of these conjectures, and people can show, oh, that's circumstantial, or that's this. It doesn't show proof, and even if it seems so counterintuitive to us. And so we have this card here. He's kind of a bit of my I get him as kind of a bit of a fuckery card. So what it looks like is, unfortunately, and again, I don't know Amber Heard very much. I've only seen her in Aquaman. I don't care for her as a person. I like Johnny Depp, but on this looks like he did enough shit of any kind of whatever way himself that he allowed himself to land in a trap, basically. It's kind of like he didn't do enough he did enough also to where things could reflect poorly on him too, and it doesn't, and so it muddies the waters. It's kind of what I'm saying here. So here again, another card that is about things being done, just over. This is about, there are some things that the public may not even be aware of in some of this that has to do with it being done, that I don't know why the public wouldn't be aware of this. I don't know if there's, I haven't followed the case, so I don't know if there's certain things that they can talk about in court that they never release to the public, but it looks like that's the case, that there's something that we don't quite know. And with this, I see in terms of legal routes, him wanting to keep trying to move forward. So it looks to me like he may make additional attempts to try to help himself. And what to me that's feeling like is, if I can just help myself before, because I think he has another one coming up, right? Another case at some point, like against just Amber.
Well, they pushed it back till next year, so there's a lot of time for that. Yeah.
Okay, and so what I'm getting is like his sense of, I have to turn the boat around by then so that I can make that look better. But what I'm getting here is, see him being freaked out, like, fuck, I got to figure out what the legal thing is here so that I can make things look better in time for that. But with this card here, it's going to be a very uphill battle, and the probability here does not look good for him to move. So I would say it's not impossible for him to whip something around, turn something around, but from this, it's not looking likely for him to be able to do that, unfortunately.
And every private reading that I've done to myself where I pull cards on it just looking for myself, it always ends up feeling like he's getting the shit into the stick. You know?
Yeah.
The way
it seems like that's like the trend. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Also, like sometimes cards can have like double meanings or whatever, multiple purposes in a reading. Another thing that I get from this is that it's kind of like one of the, I guess, how do you say it, like higher purposes of this is that we're supposed to, if you've noticed, in the world in general, we're having all kinds of things happen where we learn what doesn't work well. We've had the COVID stuff happen, and we've learned what we need to do in healthcare that we have been doing subpar. During that, schools went to all kinds of craziness, and we realized what wasn't working for teaching children and what we needed to change. And so there's a lot going on in the world right now that's making us realize what doesn't work and what needs change. The U.S. elections being one of them, and this is another aspect of that in terms of higher level, is that this is illuminating the justice system across the world, how it operates, what it does. Is there any bias? Does it favor certain people? How does this work? What do you need to do? And all of that, and it's illuminating what's broken and what needs to be fixed, just like all these other things are that are happening around on the world stage that we can see. They're highlighting what's broken and what needs to be improved, and this is one of those. So unfortunately, to me, it's looking like he has only a very narrow chance of turning this around for himself, and that a higher purpose of this is that.
Yeah. Well, kind of answered my next question, but I was gonna ask for a little context on it, but I'm kind of afraid to cross any boundaries here. But since this is just a live stream, I wonder if the cards could tell us if there was any kind of tomfoolery going around with that justice system. You know what I mean? And I don't want to put it out there like that, but
like any corruption or something.
Exactly, because I feel like I mean, I feel everything was so cut and dry that it should have went the other way. But maybe they just don't throw one of their own on the bus.
Sorry.
I got to jump out, and then again, this audio is pissing me off. Hold on, let me bring one of these back first. Okay. And I'll be.
All right. These little cards are hard to shuffle.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna ask simple if there is or isn't any kind of.
Yeah, that's what I did when I'm looking at this. And honestly, okay, so I got 3 cards. I got the Tower came out immediately first. The Fool came out second. And then the Ace of Wands in reverse came out. And when I look at this, I'm not seeing anything that's so like corrupt. Dog, Lord. Okay, sorry, Christ. She's just gonna do. But I'm not seeing anything from this.
Hey, Rosie.
Don't encourage her. Do not encourage her.
Come here, girl.
You're ready.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm not seeing anything where it looks like corruption is happening in terms of like really egregious, heinous, criminal type corruption. I'm not seeing that. But what I am seeing is it feels honestly like a failure to launch. I don't know why that's the phrase that's coming up to mind, but it just seems like something here from the foundation, from the very get-go, was fucked up. Something from the very get-go where I'm honestly feeling like this could be a card that would be more like Johnny's card, where it was kind of like, I didn't realize what I was getting into. I didn't realize it could go this be this ugly or go this against me. It's kind of like a eyes wide open, like, well, now I see the fucking animal for what it is, but I had blinders onto this, or I was naive to this, or I just didn't know. And you've got homegirl over here sitting pretty, being like, ha 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 ha, let me take my little look at this, like whatever kind of like flower this is, if my camera wants to focus, but you know, like over here. So this is like this nonchalant kind of a thing where it's like, you know, it's just, it feels like it's easy for somebody to like perhaps like let's say spin evidence here. This is a sealed envelope. You don't know what's in it. You know, I've got something that I can hold over your head, or something that I've got that you're like, wow, I was naive to this. And so now you've got somebody here that can kind of like take that and run with it. And it ends up resulting in kind of like a, I don't want to say castration because that feels a little bit dramatic, but it does feel like a failure to launch, where it was just like, you've been stripped from your power here. Like, you know, you had like an access to power, but you just don't have that here because something fundamentally was off. Something fundamentally was wrong or disjunct about this. So I'm not necessarily seeing like I said, widespread corruption, but I am seeing spin. I am seeing withholding. I am seeing something like that would make it easier for him to fall into the disenfranchised part of the dynamic. But I don't see people, you know, like there's not like a coup that I'm looking at where people are like manipulating evidence in a way where it's like, wow, that's really fucked. I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing somebody work in the system. You know, that's the way it looks like to me. And you can.
Yeah, I'm seeing similar to the things that she already said. So instead of kind of recreating some of that stuff, I'll just add the little bit of extras here that I see. The way my cards are kind of presenting it here would be like as if they're talking about, I don't want to use the word bias, but kind of like there's not bias when you're talking about legal stuff and facts, but there's something about like with that case in particular in the UK, there's something that I'm getting to the feeling of, and I didn't follow this, so I don't know, but there's something about like there was favor for the other side, and so the other side would have worked harder or tried harder or something like that, and they would have had whoever this is, some information bearer who would know just the stuff that they could bring to help kind of defend whatever it was. And again, the burden of proof rests on the person who's making these claims. And so the other person wouldn't have to prove that they didn't this, that, or the other. They would just have to knock holes in whatever the other person says. And it looks like Johnny Depp's side left enough room for people to knock holes in a legal sense. This is not common sense. This is a legal sense. And that he would have left enough room for them to poke those holes so that it was not enough to go that extra mile, and that there would have been some sort of like favor per se for the judge and them to be like, okay, good, you know, that makes it simpler, or that makes it whatever, or either favor or like even I don't know, there's something weird there. I can't put my finger on what that is, but there is some sort of a leaning, but to me, I don't
from what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like it would have made a difference even if there wasn't. If there wasn't that leaning, to me, I don't think it would have made a difference in the outcome, but it looks like there was something there. But with these Pentacle cards in reverse, there is some kind of a like a status thing going on over there for the UK folks who were involved in this, and there's something about it where they felt like, for me to have my status or keep my status, I, look at it this way, or I'm going to think of it this way, or I'm going to present this way, or something. So there is something there, but it looks here like Johnny Depp their side left enough room to have the holes poked through. Is that fair? Not necessarily, but is that something that meets legal arguments? It does. So this comes down to the difference between fairness and common sense and justice in a moral way versus justice in a legal way. It's a difference here.
Yeah, and a bit of a biased way too, which, I mean, of course, we can't prove, but I mean, the cards are saying right there, and this is a lot of what I felt just by knowing the connections that side has. And I mean, he's fighting battle in the UK, and it was a UK newspaper, so of course there's going to be a little bit of bias there. As much as I think he had enough proof to his case, there's still going to be that UK bias, because this is just like, who's this American coming over here trying to, in a sense, manipulate our justice system, or not even manipulate it, but bring it to the forefront and call people out for certain things. Of course, they're going to have their own backs. I don't know. To me, I just feel like they're going to take care of their own first before they who's this Johnny Depp guy? He's thing. No, he's supposed to be Hollywood. See, that doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah, and one thing that just came to my mind, like sometimes Spirit gives me examples and they'll just come to my mind, so I just got to say it because it's like an itch that I got to scratch or else it'll bother me. They're saying, like, whenever I say justice in a moral sense versus a legal sense here, they're telling me to use the example of, if you have a 17-year-old girl and an 18-year-old boy and they are dating, and people find out that they did stuff in certain states and in certain legal systems, that 18-year-old boy would have to register for life for the SEX offender registry for life, and would go down being on a map, and everybody could see his name and everybody would know his business and all this, and it would make him look that kind of way when really he had a girlfriend that was just a year younger and they were consensual, and it just happened, and then that's what happens. And legally, that's justice because it fits the exact legal rules. Common sense and morally, is that justice? We would argue that. A lot of people would, at least. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people would. And Spirit is telling me there's something that feels that vibe in here. Yes. And that's why people have a hard time wrapping their minds around it, because you're applying common sense, moral justice to something that is legal, and the way the legal system is set up is such that this would be hard to move around. It's just not enough when you're talking about level of proof, what you have to do for proof. And it's just so difficult. It's so difficult. If there was something that was happening and Amber was the one to move forward and start making these declarations, and she was the one to initiate something legal, there might have been a chance she would have lost because she was the one initiating. It seems a lot of times in this, the person initiating, because they have the burden of proof, and because proof is such a specific weird thing legally, it creates a lot of weird shit, and the system needs reform. And this is meant to highlight that for people.
Yeah, I hear you, man. All we can do is have hope for the Virginia trial, because I mean that's going to be over here in the States, and it seems like the judge that they have for this case ain't been around. Like all these scenes and stuff like that thrown out. He's I don't want to go into the details of that because it's like beating a dead horse. Everybody talks this, and but we'll have hope for that. But anyway, right now is about you guys. So Alma, you guys can talk. I'm glad you got to meet my sisters finally. This is awesome. This was the show. Just you guys go back and forth. I knew I was going to be in a twin sandwich, step back and be like, yeah, do your thing. That's why my audio kept going out. I think. I don't know. But anyway, go ahead and plug channels, and then Wendy, if you have anything to say after that, you want to start a channel or something, or no, just if you had fun.
I had a great time. I'm going to be following you guys, and I definitely have some info that Gary I'm going to share with you. Maybe you can share with the twins later, not on here because it'll open up a whole can of worms. But we'll do this behind the scenes. But what you were saying with that reading was like, whoa. But I'm looking at it from a different point of view.
Okay.
So we'll discuss that later. Can't do it here because, oh my God, no.
All right. Yeah, we've been going almost 2 hours.
2 hours. Like, whoa.
So yeah, we can just discuss that behind the scenes for sure.
Yeah.
But
it's some interesting stuff that I would literally love to see y'all's opinion on that. But some deep in the rabbit hole type thing. I need. Yeah.
We just go down a rabbit hole.
I've gone down a rabbit hole. So.
All right. So twins. Oh, this way. Go ahead. You plugs. What's going on? Let everybody know.
You have stuff going on.
I don't know if I have stuff going on, but my channel is, let's see, youtube.com/c/Bea Lucile is my channel, and my website is beestalksandtarot.com, like BEAS. Cool. So beestalksandtarot.com is my website.
I don't have a website, and my YouTube channel is purely experimental.
But it's growing. It is growing.
You're like me. This one over here. That's like a me thing.
Yeah, it's all an experiment, and every time I upload, I lose subscribers.
Oh no!
But everybody does.
Everybody does,
Yeah.
and then and then some trickle in because of some kind of exposure or whatever. But I'm like, it's all hit or miss with me.
It's all hit or miss with everybody. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
With YouTube.
So.
All right then. Well, you guys got the links in the script below to both of the channels, so check them out. Please do show them support and love, and share their video. Man, they're awesome. If you already, I'm pretty sure everybody here probably had already. I'm proud of these two. What they do, it's awesome. Well, thank you so much coming on. But stick around for a second. I'm just gonna end the broadcast, but we can still chill chat behind it. So anyway, thanks a bunch, you guys, for coming by. I know it's always like an impromptu thing with me, so you can always expect. And we'll look forward to the next one. But in the meantime, love you guys. Go ahead and tell me.
Love you, mean it.
Oh
yeah.
All right, take care, guys. Love you.